Hey, what's up, guys? I thought you'd like that video. It was a bookended by two of my favorites because that's real life. Not all of us are LeBron turning our ankles playing basketball. So I just think that, sometimes taking the trash out, you trip and you twist your ankle. So this episode this week, it's been a minute, but it's going to be about ankle sprains. And I just want to kind of break it down for you and let you know what to look at as far as an ankle sprain. So when you have an instance like those videos show, expect there to be discoloration, bruising, swelling, all that fun stuff, and lack of mobility, and obviously pain. So when you turn your ankle in like that, not only can you get ligamentous strains and sprains, which is graded on 1 to 3 level. Level 3 being, a complete rupture of the ligament, which can happen and does happen with ankle sprains and turning in of the foot when you trip or whatever. But the other things that can happen when you have an ankle sprain like that is it can affect the tendon of the muscle that attaches to that bone on the foot, but also the joint itself and the position of the ankle itself can be an issue. So when you're getting it looked at, a lot of times we put the podiatrist or whoever you see professionally will put you in like a boot or one of those little foot cast things to prevent anything from happening further to it. But as a therapist, that and a movement expert, that is the last thing we want. I want a mobile joint, and I get trying to protect it, but it also creates a lot of issues with healing because within the first 24 to 48 hours, a lot of the healing has happened at the cellular level. And that's why you see the swelling and all that kind of stuff happening in there, which there is good inflammation that can be helped with healing. But the major thing that we look at is how that joint is actually moving, because when you have that turning in occurring, it can actually pull the joint out of the positional space. Not only the major joint, which flexes and extends the foot, but there's also those muscle attachments, those tendon attachments that attach to little smaller bones in the foot that can actually kind of reposition them slightly. So looking at how those joints move is very important, because that can be a reason why they don't get back to 100%, because in a couple of weeks the swelling will go down, the bruising will go down, you'll get back some mobility, but they might still have pain. So that could be a source of the pain still after an ankle sprain. And there's differences between high ankle sprains and things like that we can get into later, but the same essential sequence has to happen when you look at someone who sprained their ankle, and that's look at the joint and the joint surrounding it. And then we also have to, there's one key factor that I think a lot of us miss, and why a lot of us, even after an ankle sprain, we still want to brace it and protect it because there's still pain there. And you can have great mobility of your foot and ankle, and your strength can be fantastic, but when you turn your foot in like that, there are nerves that also travel along the back and wrap around the outside and the inside of the foot. So whether you turn your foot in or out doesn't matter. We have to look and test to see if those nerves are actually irritable, because that in itself, and I've seen and treated ankles frequently, that it is the nerve that actually, that stress from that rolling of the foot out puts strain on that nerve, and the nerve can actually be a source of pain. So looking at addressing that nerve component, if your patient or if you as a patient aren't getting better with an ankle sprain, that could be the reason why. Not because you're not mobile, not because you don't have strength, but because the actual nerve has had some injury to it that needs to be addressed with proper treatment. And there is treatment for that. So just because you turn your ankle doesn't mean it's a career ender or anything like that. It just means that you need to take the right action as a patient and as a therapist to get your patients or yourself back into 100% functioning and working back into movements and things that you did before, like jumping or cutting, that you feel strong and stable in. So hope this helps. More to come. Look out for running and my assessment of that as it's getting to be closer and closer to marathon season. And check out my latest blog coming out too with that. So take care, guys. See ya.